How far north are there any mango varieties that will do a little better up further north up Florida? And how far north is, I
So,
mean, what's the
so
cutoff
there
point
really are
basically?
no cold hardy mangoes. There's a lot of talk about it, but I don't really know of any that are proven. I have a couple varieties that the only one I ever knew that I thought was really cold hardy was Sundri.
Sundry?
Very hard to find. It's from northern Pakistan. Um, but it's an interesting variety. Um, then you have um, I don't know what others. I don't know
If
what
you kept
others.
a dwarf tree, an ice cream or something, or got a tree in a large pot and got it inside or in a garage or in shelter during the winter, you could probably do okay.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of people do. Grow them on and keep them on casters, and then roll them around. Have little greenhouses. Roll them into anything. You got to be able to move them though. So
Yeah.
so um, or I don't. The trouble. I mean, I know people that grow mangoes in greenhouses up in or covered tunnels for the winter up in Missouri. I know people growing them in like Vancouver and places like that. There's a lot of that kind of crazy stuff going on. Uh, there are people growing mangoes um, outside of DC in covered tunnels for the winter, and then they take the plastic off and grow them in the summer. So they heat the tunnels and keep the varieties really small, and then they sell those in farmers markets. You can that big farmers market right down from the White House that you go. I don't know the name of it, but if you walk from the White House and you go down there, there's a farmers market right. Pennsylvania has it, right? Yeah, yeah. I don't know what they have a name for this thing. It's right. I don't know Washington that well. I just know that when I go to Washington, I always go to that farmers market. It's really nice. They do a lot of cool stuff, and they have mangoes in there. So that's neat. Um, in Portugal, there were mangoes in the farmers markets. Um,
Can you grow mangoes in the Mediterranean climate? Italy, Greece?
so, so actually, Spain now grows about 14,000 acres of mangoes and supplies all of the specialty markets in Paris.
What variety do they grow there?
Palmer and Osteen. Those are the two. Italy has some, Sicily a lot, and then on the mainland there's actually a lot more mangoes being grown now, and they're trying to get into it. The Italians haven't been highly successful with it yet, but I mean, hey, that's not a hard gig either to go help the Italians grow mangoes in Sicily. I'm all down for that.
They've had terrible fires though.
No, they have, but I want
There's got
to
a
help.
low quad variety that's from Italy.
Venice. The the one I used to love is they used to grow little dwarf mangoes in pots in the on the boats in Thailand and also in Paris. They'd put the boats on the Seine, and you'd go there and there'd be potted fruit trees on those trees, which is really cool. The Thais do some incredible things. So do the Vietnamese. Yeah. So.